Every night, your brain runs a secret movie theater. You get flying pigs, ex-lovers, and high school maths tests, all for free. And these bizarre films aren't just random. They are survival tools, healing your emotions, storing your memories, and even solving your problems. Oh, and sometimes letting you take control. Welcome to Swisherman Styles, where success talks about the science behind it. And today, it's about dreams. So, sit back, take a deep breath in, and enjoy the science behind how dreams are formed, how nightmares haunt us, and the superpower you already have over your dreams, which you can decide to use or not. But what really is a dream? Clench your eyes to the screen. Let me walk you through the world of impossibilities. Every night, your sleep follows a rhythm in two main stages, dancing back and forth in 90-minute cycles: non-REM sleep and REM sleep, each with its own mission, each shaping your mind in ways you never notice. In REM sleep, logic shuts down. The prefrontal cortex, that's your inner critic, goes offline. Meanwhile, emotion and vision circuits roar to life. Your brain becomes a sandbox where reality breaks and you don't even question it. Science calls it REM sleep, and I call it the psycho theater. This dream state is like a controlled psychosis, hallucination, delusion, disorientation, and amnesia. It's nightly madness, but perfectly contained. In REM sleep, your brain shuts off panic chemicals. Noradrenaline flattens. That's why you can feel powerful emotions and dreams without the terror. Mind alive, body still, the madness safely contained. But if dreams are this chaotic, why do we need them then? Here's the truth. Dreams aren't just chaos for chaos' sake. They serve as your brain's memory librarian, helping you do feeling, sorting, and integrating your day's experiences. In non-REM deep sleep, your hippocampus, that is, your fragile inbox of your short-term memory, begins offloading the day's lessons into the cortex, and that's your vast long-term warehouse. And each replay strengthens the wiring and presses save on your hard drive. But skip sleep, pull an all-nighter, and it'll feel like hiring raccoons to organize the library in your head. And I promise you, they will scatter half, chew up the rest, and I wish you fortune in finding it on time for your exams. Then, REM sleep takes over. This doesn't just store information, it integrates it, connecting new memories with old ones, spotting patterns, forging insights, and after sleep, you don't just recall facts, you understand them. You can apply them and even create with them. Trust me. But memories don't just come alone, they come wrapped in feelings. And some are way too heavy for you to handle. Way too heavy for you to carry. For you to carry. for you to carry, for you to carry, for you to carry. In REM sleep, your brain doesn't just replay memories. It replays the feelings attached to them too. Every heartbreak, every failure, every sharp sting of embarrassment is re-experienced whilst you dream. To make this safe, your brain flips the switch. The stress chemical noradrenaline, the panic juice, shuts off. Without it, your brain can safely revisit the raw pain without a burn. It's like watching horror movie while only this time the volume knob is turned down. The same story, the same visuals, but none of the panics that once overwhelmed you is attached. This is why yesterday's heartbreak often becomes today's break. Dreams take the jagged edges of emotion and smooths them down, leaving you lighter in the morning. Dreaming is an overnight therapy, but therapy isn't always enough. Sometimes the nightmare doesn't just leave, but claws back night after night. If you've been haunted by the same nightmare again and again, you are not alone. Tonight, I'm going to walk you through a way to take back control. But here's the thing. I will always recommend you see a licensed therapist if these dreams are intense, because they have equipment that can actually detect the parts of your brain which light up while you dream, and also determine if you are in REM sleep or not. But for educational purposes, I want to show you a few science-backed tools and techniques that sleep therapists and neuroscientists have used to help millions to overcome recurrent nightmares with nearly 80% success rate. We'll begin with something called imagery rehearsal therapy, or IRT. Think of it as dream editing. That is, rewriting the nightmare script whilst you are awake. And here's how it works. Step 1. Recall. Gently remember the nightmares in as much detail as you can, but only for a short while. Please don't relive it. Just describe it like a scene in a movie. Step 2. Rewrite. Change the ending to something safe, calm, and even absurd. Maybe you open the glowing door and walk free. Or maybe the monster chasing you turns into a taco. Your brain doesn't care how silly it is. It only cares how safe it is. Step 3. Rehearse. Spend a few minutes every day imagining your new dream scene vividly. The repetition trains your brain to choose the safer story automatically, replacing the terror with control. And here's a powerful layer called targeted memory reactivation, TMR. Actually, this is one technique that I love so much. And here's how it works. Whilst you are awake, you pair your new dream ending with a simple cue, maybe a pleasant smell or a calm melody. Then, When the same cue plays quietly while you sleep, your brain uses it as a signal to replay the safer, rewritten version of your dream. IRT rewrites the narrative, TMR reinforces it, using sensory cues to remind the brain which version to run. Together, they transform the fear into calm. And once fear is quiet, your dreams are free to do something else entirely. They create. Dreams aren't just therapists, they are inventors. At night, your brain just becomes a mashup artist, colliding fragments from yesterday with memories from long ago. Logic relaxes, rules dissolve, and impossible combinations spark ideas the waking mind could never did. Sometimes those collisions change the world. Like Paul McCartney dreamt the melody for yesterday, and Mary Shelley envisioned Frankenstein, the sci-fi story, in a dream. And August Kekule dreamt of a snake devouring its tail and gave birth to the benzene ring in the world of chemistry. So, dreams don't just reflect, they invent. And sometimes, the lab produces pure nonsense. Like, I once dreamt I was a supersonic private jet graduating college. Can you imagine that? I was speeding to the extent that the other aircraft wished they were me. And the clouds became my best friend. They loved me. But pure nonsense or genius, the key is to catch it. Dreams vanish very fast, and most times in seconds. Writing them down traps the sparks. Neuroscientists say people who keep dream journals recall more and often report sharper creativity than waking life. It's like bottling lightning from the night. Dreams are raw creativity, unfiltered and chaotic. But what if you could take control of the chaos? What if you could steer the dream as it unfolds? Imagine this. You are in a dream. The world is bending. Colors don't make sense anymore. Clock isn't ticking anymore. The sun is blue. And then you realize, wait, this is a dream. That's lucidity for you. The frontier where your mind wakes up inside the dream. And the rules, they are simple. You know you are dreaming, and you can steer that anywhere. Fly through impossible worlds. Rewrite the script. Walk in landscapes no one has ever seen but you. In labs, dream actions light up the same motor pathways as waking practice. Athletes rehearse free throws in lucid dreams. Musicians refine finger movements, learning instruments. Your brain doesn't know the difference actually. The dream counts as training too. Or maybe you just want closure. In lucid dreams, you can revisit old fights and finally win arguments you lost in 2012. For some, lucidity is about creativity. For others, empowerment. A chance to face fears with control, or to explore without boundaries. But here's the catch. This superpower comes at a cost. What if training your dreams means losing your rest? Where you wake up exhausted, wished you had some rest instead of taking active control. Lucid dreaming sounds like the ultimate superpower, but it isn't always restful, as said earlier. When lucidity switches your prefrontal cortex back on during REM sleep, the brain works really harder, which can mean less recovery. For some, chasing control comes at the cost of waking up refreshed. So, you face a choice: surrender to rest or experiment with control. If you are ready for the frontier, here's how. Step 1. Reality checks. In real life, test your world. Flick a light, count your fingers, and check the clock. In dreams, the rules break. That's the trigger. Step 2. Dream journaling. Look, every morning, write down what you remember. The more you recall, the more your brain starts paying attention to dreams. Step 3. Intention setting. Before sleep, tell yourself, tonight, I'll realize I'm dreaming. It's a seed planted in the soil of your subconscious. And then it happens. The switch fails. The rules break. You realize that you are dreaming. And suddenly, you wake up inside infinity. From here, the canvas is yours. Fly, create, heal, train and explore. Worlds without limits. Fears with no more power. The question is, will you unlock it? But remember, every choice has a cost. Rest or possibility. Dreams are not random. They are the secret engines of your mind. They process your memories, heal your wounds, ignite your creativity, and sometimes they hand you the keys of awareness itself. In dreams, you are a patient, a student, a creator, a master, and sometimes even a god. But the paradox, chase too much control and your rest is sold. Surrender to sleep and healing is yours to win. And hey, if you've enjoyed this midnight therapy of science and wonder, please subscribe to Swisherman Styles. Otherwise, tonight's dream might just feature a goldfish driving your Uber. And trust me, he charges the highest price you might think of. Remember to share and like, because you might not know who this might help. And tonight, when your eyes close, you are going to dream. But the question is, will you know it?